Yeah.
We back.
We back like we never left. Back. How you doing? 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 So,
Work them shoulders.
mm,
Work them shoulders.
mm,
Work them shoulders.
mm,
Shoulder
mm,
work. Shoulder work.
Get it.
Shoulder work.
Hey.
Shoulder.
Say
Shoulder
what?
work.
Say what? Say
Let's
what?
see how
Say
long the
what?
song will be off and they still partying.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Miss
Hello.
Shanae. How are you doing today? Wow, that was like a stutter. How are you
I
doing
am
today?
well, thank you.
That
I
is super
am.
awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on the Unscripted Podcast, All Talk.
Yes.
You're definitely live with our host, Mr. GQ Win.
Y'all already know vibes, man. We outside. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Y'all already know. Hope y'all doing well. Even though it's windy as hell
Wednesday.
outside. Hope y'all,
This OG.
you know, got y'all constructs out there and y'all bubbles out there because it's crazy out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to get right into this thing. I mean, right into
Yes,
it.
let's get into it.
So,
I'm sorry, I'm just
no,
trying to turn
you're
on
fine.
my
You're fine. You're fine. We want to make sure you're comfortable. That's the most important thing.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm not wearing
Yes,
any pants.
Yeah. he definitely lying. He definitely lying.
You should be wearing
Because
it.
damn well we would not be okay
I'm
right
home
now
and
if he
I
was
have no pants.
out here like that.
Like, sir, I need an adult. I need an adult. Okay. So, let's get right into
Yes.
it. Please tell us
Let's
who
get
you
into it.
are, what's your business about, why you started your business. I know it's like a loaded question all at once, so let's get into you. Who is Miss Shanae? Who is she?
Shanae is a business owner. I'm trying to define myself outside of being a business owner because sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, that becomes like your identity.
Facts.
So I'm trying, like, on the journey of figuring out who is Shanae outside of Balloons by SB. But Shanae in Balloons by SB is a very dedicated entrepreneur. I've been doing this will be my 7th year in business.
Wow.
So
big hand claps. Big hand
yeah.
claps.
Big hand claps.
Yes, because it's been a rough battle, but I'm here. I'm still surviving and thriving. So yes, 7 years in business. I started, and funny enough, I did not like balloons. Like when I was in high school and people used to come with the big balloon bouquets, I used to be like, oh, why are you doing that? But now balloons is life. Like balloons is life. So
She said balloons
so
is
yes,
life.
yes, I was doing this business myself.
Okay.
I would say 5 years. I am now acquiring a team. We have my assistant, and then I have 3 other artists that help me with like jobs and doing actual events. So yeah, it's growing, and I'm super excited to see what comes for us. Like, it's been an amazing start of the year. We're stepping more into the corporate side of things, and that has been really interesting, but so exciting and fulfilling because we do this and it's a goal, and my goal is definitely to get into the corporate space. So that has been amazing. Making that transition. We still take on regular parties, baby showers, birthdays, graduations. We do it all. Like, we're open to almost every occasion or event. So I went to school at Pennsylvania Lincoln University, first
Yo,
HBCU.
you know what's crazy? I was
Um,
supposed to go
so
there. I was supposed to go to Lincoln, and then I ended up going to
really,
WVU. Shout out to WVU.
Just a quick
wow.
stage note. Instagram crops you in a little bit, so if you want to back up or you could push your camera back, because then we get a nicer view. It is zoomed right in on that beautiful face of yours.
Very good, DJ.
Yeah, it's very something.
DJ
I'll back
MVP.
it up
P
just
P
a
P.
bit.
You know what
I'll
I'm saying?
back it up just a bit. You can't even see the logo, but you know, Balloons by SB always repping.
Hey, nah, she
So,
came with the Brooklyn on
but
that one.
Yeah, where you heard
She came
the
with the
voice
Brooklyn
change.
with that.
The voice changed
Yeah.
real quick.
She said, "Are you dumb?"
I'm still Brooklyn. I'm still Brooklyn.
The
It
Brooklyn
comes
came out
every now and
heavy.
again.
You
Can't
know.
help but who I am. But so yeah, I went to Lincoln. I wasn't too sure on what I wanted to do, but I always knew that I wanted to be my own business owner.
Okay.
So I went to school for business management and with a minor in entrepreneurship. So I kind of always knew, like,
That's fire.
slowly but surely I was gonna be in this area. My goal really was to come home and help my mom expand her business.
Okay.
Her business Kel's Cakes. She's been doing cakes for I believe 12 years now.
Hey, shout out to
So
mom.
probably longer than that because she started before I went to Lincoln. So probably a little longer than that. And my goal was to come home and like franchise it. But when I came home, she was like, "I'm not doing that. Like, I appreciate my workload, and this is what it is gonna be for this business." So I started another business. I was doing jewelry and accessories, like because that's something I personally love.
Okay.
But it was very tedious, and the payoff was not that great.
Yeah.
So I, pivoted, and I actually started working at the U.S. Postal Service.
Okay.
And that is like the beginning of my journey to really becoming an entrepreneur. Because that job is crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
My little brother done the post office as well too, and he was like, bro, the struggle out there.
That
like,
no make it.
Yeah.
He
The
said,
walks.
that no make it.
And I wasn't even on the streets. I was in the I was in the window, but I was in Brownsville,
Oh,
like the
Nah,
little
he
Brown.
was in the
Oh,
hood.
nah.
So
Hey,
no,
where my package there?
it was.
Where is my package?
Where the package there?
I got
Yeah,
that
you already know
almost
you're dealing with
daily.
Caribbeans all day.
Almost daily.
Yo, big
So,
shout
yeah,
out to
that was,
Rated R joining in on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? He said, "What's up, fellas?
yeah.
What's good?
What's good? What's good? What's
What's
good?"
up? So yeah, started there. I did that for and then I started during Christmas season. So bananas, okay? I couldn't get a break, and I just was like, I can't do this. So I quit, and with a little bit of savings, I was like, I'm gonna figure it out. I was like down, and I started working, interning with a event planner because my mom in the cake business, she knows a lot of people in the business, and somebody just told her that she was looking for help, and I would help her on the weekends, and that got my feet wet in the event industry, seeing how like large events come together, and that was really cool. And it just so happened that one day she had a rough problem with her balloon artist, and she's like, "You want to try this? Because you're with me all the time. So do you want to try? Like, I could definitely give you more money." So I'm like, "Okay, let me try this." I did a couple of YouTube videos, and that was really all she wrote. So I did a few columns for her that day, and I'll never forget because that is my anniversary date because that was the first balloon job that I got paid for. It was November 8th, 2015. So that was my first balloon gig ever. And at that point, balloons was coming along as a trend. You know, balloons has always been around. Balloon garlands, arches, that's old, and that's, every party has some type of balloons. But the quality balloon designs and the different scopes of balloon designs was really new to the event industry. So my business picked up and just took off. Like literally took off. I couldn't even find a minute to get things together. So I slowly but surely built my business as I was getting those jobs, as I was working, and it literally was like it happened really quick for me. And I started teaming up with other event planners, and that's how I got like my first celebrity event.
Oh.
and that
Oh wow.
What?
Excuse
Hold
me.
on,
Hold
hold
on,
on,
hold on, hold on.
hold on,
How
hold
you
on,
just
hold
gonna
on.
go through
Yeah, you're
that
gonna be
and
like, yeah.
just jump
So
through
by the
like,
way,
yeah,
you know,
just
I
did a
had did
celebrity
Magic
I
event?
skip
Johnson's
past that.
party.
Skip
Nah,
past.
shit at all. All calm.
You ain't just gonna bypass that. You
Mm-mm.
know what had
Yeah,
happened
we
was I
back
found
up.
$1 million and
Yo, stupid.
so tell us about that.
Yeah, so I was working with the event planner, Stallion Party event. Shout out to Betsy. She was one of the first people to like push me, like you could do it, you could do it.
Mm.
Like give me crazy orders, and I was definitely appreciative. Kept us busy, and she had a lot of ties to like different um, industry people, and she was planning Joe Button and Sin Santana's baby shower. So
Wow.
this was
Jinx.
during the Love and Hip Hop era. Like they were actually on Love and Hip Hop at that point. So
Yeah,
this
That's
was
damn.
huge.
That's
fire.
crazy. That's fire though.
Yeah, and I will always give it to Sin because after that, I was able to do her kid's first birthday. I think we did up until the third birthday with like every year she was calling us back, and it was just always so organic with her. She like when she talks about keeping her energy protected, and she's really a real like loving soul. Like so,
Mm.
she was not trying to backdoor us. She was not trying to get discounts. It's like if I could afford it, I'm gonna get it. If I can, I'm not. And
Fire.
I appreciated that as my first experience with a celebrity because it's not always like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
um that was the baby shower. Then the first birthday was actually in their home, and that was so cool. Her and Joe were still together at that point, and it was just family and friends. They allowed us to stay. So with that, she always give you credit. So once that Instagram post went up, it was
That was
up
it. Yeah.
for our
Mm.
Instagram. And I think that baby shower actually made it to the shade room. So I had all
Wow.
of my friends and family like, this is who did it. Balloons by SB on the balloon. So it
That's
was
Wow,
like
fire.
that's what's
crazy.
up.
Yo, first and foremost,
Yeah,
another big
yeah.
hand clap to you
Yeah.
for not folding on the
Thank
pressure
you,
and
guys.
just, you know what I'm
Thank
saying,
you.
doing what you're supposed to do because, at the end of the day, like anybody that is deciding to do anything, it's always the initial first step that is the hardest. And you
Right.
didn't let anything deter you from, getting to that point. You know what I mean? So big shout out to you. But go ahead, continue. We're
Yeah.
enjoying. It's like story time.
You stupid.
Yeah, so I mean, from there it was like, like I feel like the pandemic always made things a little shaky. So
Mm.
like we were able to stay afloat, I thank God, because my birth like so going back a little bit, I worked with a lot of event planners, got a lot of great opportunities, but I came to a point where I was like, let me see if I can do this by myself. Like,
Mm.
not just with an event planner, not just tagging
Mm.
along on somebody's coattail. Like, let me see if people could reach out to Balloons by SB because they want to work with us
Yeah.
specifically. So I feel like the last.
Yeah,
So
on
yeah,
cue. We
before
on cue. We on cue over here. That ass.
I see. So before the pandemic, I was in a place of like cleaning up my business, fixing my structure. Like at that point, I had my LLC. I was paying taxes and doing all of the legit business stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
sorry to cut you off. Are you
I
still
just
working at the post office at the time too? While doing
no,
this?
no, no. I left the post office before I
Hey.
even got into this business. I was gone. I did like 4 months at the post office and I left. Like
Another big hand
it was
clap.
really
Big hand
like
clamp.
You have
That's
to
what's
tell
up.
them where. I'm not dealing with dirty people no more. You see
I
me?
left
Yeah.
with like hope, dreams, and the minimal savings. Like,
Yeah.
but I have a amazing support system. I like my mom, my sister. They are like the best I could ever ask for. Like they helped me down during that time. I was doing whatever I could to get money. I was
Mm.
like babysitting almost everybody's kids. I was so then that's when the jobs came with the event planner. I was helping her out and I slowly but surely was able to get myself back up. And this business was the reason. Like once I realized it was a need for it, you don't understand how many times I got told like just balloons. You think you gonna be successful with just doing balloons? Like you need to do a full events. You need, and I realized that that wasn't what I wanted to do early on because it's a lot with doing events. You gotta speak to people all the time, and my biggest thing is you have to go back. You have to go back and bring, break down everything. And with the balloons, I can drop them off, and I'm going.
Mm.
Sometimes I have to come back, but for the most part, I've created a lot of structures that work for me where I don't have to go back. So yeah. So I would say like right before the pandemic, I was in a space of like, let me see what could be done just from me for this business and how I could actually take it to a next level. And that when next level, I mean like the corporate clients and getting out of the hood baby showers and
Hood baby
just doing
showers.
bigger and better things.
Yeah.
So the pandemic designed under it with helium balloons. And when I tell you from the first order, that took off.
Mm.
Like I probably had the best profit year during 2020.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy. Yeah, it was bananas, but I'm so grateful that I thought quick on my toes and I think I saw somebody in another state doing it. And I was like, "Wait a minute, that's pretty cool." But I didn't see many people like utilizing, their business during the pandemic. They just everybody kind of went cold.
Mm.
And yeah, I started doing the balloon bouquets and I literally I don't feel like I like really felt the effects of the pandemic until 2021 because things started to open up and I got caught in this small scale deliveries that I'm like, okay, things are back open. I want to get back to the real money.
Mm.
But everybody was just so in love with the bouquets that it just kept going. Super, super grateful for some key people that like literally was booking me for every event they had just to deliver some small bouquet. That's how I got a lot of my Long Island clientele. I know you guys are based in Long Island. I
Yeah.
was in Long Island a lot, like just small deliveries, but people would make it worth it. They would be like, "Well, I'm gonna order two, if that's easier for you, because I know you're making a trip." So it was really good during that part. And then, like I said, moving back into 2021 was when things got a little shaky. Things
Mm.
got a little shaky, and I was just not used to business being so slow. Um, I got really hard on myself. So 2021 was not the best year, I would say. It was an adjustment to like, things slowing down. And also during the 2020 year, it was an influx of balloon artists coming about. So as 2021 comes back around, people are getting back into events. It's like you have 10 people to choose from versus,
Yeah.
when I first started, it was not as many balloon artists around because, like I said, a lot of people was like, balloons. How you gonna survive with doing balloons?
Mm.
But and one of the people that made me actually take this journey on being a balloon artist is I went to a class in Jersey, Dante Balloons, and he was traveling the world doing balloon classes,
That's
and he
crazy.
had a beautiful home. He had a beautiful storefront, and I'm like, wait, you can really make money doing balloons. Like, and I've always been an artist, so it was like just mixing the two, and it worked for me. So, but yeah, so from 2021, it was a little slow, and it's like I can say business is still not like it was before the pandemic, but for me, the clientele has increased.
Mm.
So last year I took it upon like I said, I was structuring my business, just trying to make sure that the business can be, or people could want to come with to work with us just based on our credibility and the business that I've created. So I took it upon myself last year and this is why it's funny for me to do this, because I was like, you know what? I didn't put my face out there. I didn't, like, introduce myself and really get to know people outside of Instagram, because that worked for me for so long that I was like, last year, I went to different events. I went to my first balloon convention. I went to a business expo that I was a vendor at. Um, I did the balloon ball, which was a crazy event, and I'll talk a little bit about that because we have a next one coming up. We haven't set any dates or anything yet, but that's definitely in the works. Um, so yeah, I've just been working to get my name out there in different spaces, to speak to people that may not know me, and just get my business in the mouths of people that it needs to be. I'm sorry, that's my dog.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, yo,
I definitely
what
didn't do
just
that sound
happened?
effect.
I I knew what happened.
Yeah. That's
If
crazy.
he sees or hears the dog, it's crazy.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
all good. Your
my
dog was letting us
apologies.
know that your balloons is fire. So, dog was like, "I better buy some balloons, buy some balloons." You know what I'm saying? The dog got your back. Don't worry.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's just a little bit of my journey. If you know, it's a lot more than I made it fit into that little 15-minute segment, but I feel like those are the best highlights.
Nah. You said a lot in one setting. Um, so have you said now you want to go forward as far as maybe hiring people and everything else? Like, you know, how is that going? Like, what?
Right. So yeah, it's difficult, but it's interesting at the same time. And I've been blessed with an amazing group of people that have taken the time to get to know me,
Okay.
as well as appreciate my business and want to see the growth of this business as a community, because we are we have become like a family. Like I try to do things with us together. Um, so yeah, I have a I would say an eclectic group.
Mm.
We have Monique, which is my assistant. She probably came in the first. She was the first one to come in. I have had employees or people that I worked with, um, but it's I'm gonna be honest and take responsibility. It's a challenge, because I've grown this by myself, and this is like my baby,
Yeah.
So you have to. It's like dating somebody with a kid. Like, they have to fully respect what it is
Mm-hmm.
and want to add to it. So that's what has it's had its struggles and its challenges, but it's also been a learning experience for me to learn myself and how to be a better boss, how to be a better manager, I should say, because it's I've done everything by myself. So the hardest part for me is delegating and being like, you know what, I don't have to do that. I can definitely ask somebody to do it, and they're
Yeah.
always willing to help. Um, so, I gotta back up because Dawn is actually my first employee. She's a neighbor of mine, and she was also in a rough spot. She wasn't working, and she was looking for something to do in between finding a new job, and that has been probably the best employee ever. Like,
Mm.
Dawn is like
Big shout out to Dawn,
is
man. Big shout out to
big
Dawn.
shout out to Dawn, because
Big shout
Dawn
out
has
to
been,
Dawn.
I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
we just spoke on it, and she's been working with me for like 5 years now.
Mm.
So she does a lot of like a lot of my events with me, blowing up balloons, inflating balloons. But Dawn just doesn't want to do more than that. Like, she can't. She's capable of doing the job like I can, but she's like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Mm.
So that's why I've went on to get more staff that is more, interested in doing balloon art and learning balloon art and advancing in their craft, because a lot of them, well, Tahani is another employee. She's had her own balloon company, and it's so funny because when I first met her, she interned with me on a job, and I said to myself, I'm like, yo, she's dope. Like, she would be a great addition to my business, but at the time she had her own balloon company, so
Mm.
I didn't want to step on her toes and be like, come over here, forget your business. But God works in mysterious ways. She came to a point where she's like, I don't want to work with people. Like, I don't want to do
Mm.
the hiring, or I don't want to do the, logistics of booking an event. I just want to do balloons. So that was just like the perfect match, because she's well equipped to do jobs, but she would prefer to do it under Balloons by SB versus talking to people and people reaching out to her directly. So that
Okay.
was amazing. And my last employee would be Anthony, which he's from Italy, and
Oh
he came to me with like twisting knowledge, and it's really hard to find other balloon artists that twist. And when I mean twist, I mean like
Oh,
make
like
balloon
the
dogs
puppets?
and make little characters
Ah, okay.
out of the,
wow. Yo, that's
yeah.
He
crazy.
said, "Look, I
So
make a
he
puppy
really
for
likes
you.
doing that.
I make a puppy."
Yo,
So,
son.
right. So our first
I,
day
I can only
meeting,
make a
I'm like,
sword.
make a
Like I'm
balloon
really
dog.
good at
He
making
did
the
that thing in
swords.
like 1 minute.
You said you make a
So
sword.
yeah.
That's what you said.
Like I mean, women find other uses for them. They might not call them a sword. They might use another title for the balloons I blow up.
I'm
But like,
done,
Yeah, a lot of
yo.
kids.
Yo,
A lot of kids want swords and stuff, but yeah, he was really comfortable in that setting, like doing twisting and characters and different detailed designs.
Mm.
So that was like, I've been blessed. I've been blessed to find this team, and I'm super grateful for them. And now I feel like in this stage, I'm a little bit more comfortable with being the boss or manager,
Mhm.
and I can delegate a little bit better.
Yeah.
So we're growing, we're learning each other, but thus far it's been really amazing.
Mm.
And I'm just completely happy with them, and I just literally can't wait to see what we can do. Like, when we've had big events thus far, like, it's been seamless. Everybody works so good together, and yeah, it's really been amazing.
Oh, that's fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You might be able to write a
thank
book.
you.
She said, first I started off this way. I'm
I
gonna
know
do this.
someday,
You know what I
right?
mean? Like I'm
Someday
digging
on
the
this journey.
energy. I'm digging the energy. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not gonna hold you.
I never thought the whole balloon industry was so intricate and detailed.
Right,
How you got different people that do different things, and I'm like, I just thought just blowing a
right,
balloon and how them clowns just twist the balloons and do
Yeah.
that and that's it. I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so like even this weekend when we was at KidCon, um, there was supposed to be something with KidCon where they was doing a scavenger hunt. But long story short, we just had a whole bunch of balloon dogs. We was giving them out, and we were able to like keep it going. And that was something that attracted the kids to our booth,
Hmm.
and got us to speak to a lot of parents through just making little balloon
Yeah.
characters. And if I was alone, I wouldn't be able to do all of that. But having Anthony and just other willing teammates that's like, I can help, like, let's do these balloon dogs. And just,
Mm.
having people that are aware and are like educated in different areas that can definitely be helpful for me.
So let me ask
Because
you.
like I told you, I did a lot of this by myself.
No, I understand completely. Let me ask you a question. So with everything else, because now I'm thinking about it, right? So, do you know how to make these? I know because balloons is more than just the characters, but did you
Right.
like, I don't know the Italian guy's name. Did he say, "Hey, this is how you make a dog"? You
Yo.
know what I mean? Like this is like he probably don't even have an accent. I'm just being funny. This is my personality. But um, did he, teach you anything like that, or did you like, you know?
he he definitely teach me things like just equipment that he's aware of, and but the twisting aspect, I've like YouTube University. Okay,
Yeah,
Facts.
that's
I
the
learned a
everybody
lot
there.
of twisted
Everybody there.
techniques
Big facts.
No,
on
like I
And
could see like
you.
him making like petals for a flower. And it's like you could blow up the balloon to be like
Yeah,
the center, and then he does the twist to make it like the leaves or the petals and stuff like that. And like how you said you did the centerpieces and stuff. Or like I've seen like palm trees and like you guys could do crazy stuff now. But like
right.
he gets you out of the oval and circular
No,
balloons where now you can get more creative shapes and decorate your arches differently.
right. It gets really crazy. And a thing about me is I like watching a lot of people out of the country because, like, Russia is crazy. Like, their
mm,
balloon designs, like, is this one lady, she teaches classes and she gives, like, little tutorial videos. And I buy her stuff often just to keep myself educated on new techniques and stuff like that. But we definitely play off of each other, and he's more interested in doing events like actual tablescapes and stuff like that. So I allow him to do that as well. But yeah, we definitely play off each other. I learn things from him all the time. Like I said, just being out of the country, he's literally from Italy. He's been in America for 3 years.
mm,
So he has, things that he's learned or he's exposed to that we don't even know of in the US yet.
facts.
So for sure, he's taught me things like, if not necessarily in the balloon aspect, but in the event and design aspect for sure.
Now, a question. I'm in entertainment. I do not mess with balloons, but
Me
do
either.
you use fishing line or do you use the long stretchy balloons?
I use fishing line.
Because like I've
What the
heard
hell
like
is that?
no, so like the way they tie them together, they use the thin string like
My
a fishing
favorite. I
wire
mean, I
to
I
tie them
can
together. And I've seen
fishing
other
line.
people say
I
that
have a
you
whole
use
bunch.
the balloons that you make the characters out to tie them together.
Yeah, they use it. Okay, okay, I see you. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I have a
I'm
little
like, yo, what
yeah.
the hell is he saying right now? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
You know what
what do you mean, like a
I see
fishing
you.
string and what?
See you. Come on now. You trying to join the
yeah.
team?
No, we
You
I'm
got free
trying to
weekend?
collaborate with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Um, you said KidCon. Can you explain what that is?
KidsCon.
Um,
Yes. Okay. KidsCon was an event that was brought up by Kenyatta. She is in LA, and it's a LA based company. But they had their first New York pop up, I would guess they would call it, because it's not their full out event that they do in LA. But it was the first one was in 2019, and Kenyatta, I don't know if I reached out to her or she reached out to me, but she's a black woman. She started this thing by herself, like literally contacting people and put together like a big expo. So like Comic Con, or that's the thing. It's Kids Con, so it's like a exclusive event convention just based on kids designs, like kids businesses. So the first one we went to, there was like a kids salon,
mm,
spin paint art, like spin art paint. There was like VR, like virtual reality games that they created. It was
mm,
amazing. They had Foot Locker there. They had just like different kids theme events that are based in New York. So the first event was crazy. It was so nice, and Kenyatta, she was so nice. Like they allowed me to do my own like decor in the entrance, and she gave me a booth for that. So we like bartered on that event, and it was like such an amazing experience. I met a lot of kids stars, a
mm.
lot of parents, and it definitely helped my business. I got so many clientele from that event, and just like my name, people started to know a little bit more about Balloons by SB from that event, because I think that was the first like vendor event we did.
Okay.
And yeah, it was crazy. It's way larger in LA because that's her home and that's where the event started. But it's always a really good turnout. And yeah, she's definitely a Cali girl, and I really appreciate her because she just was like, she saw me, and she saw me. It's a
Yeah.
difference for people to like see you, but she saw me, and she's like, I see you, I see your hustle, I see your grind, and she just gave me an opportunity, and it was amazing. Like, even my mom was there, my sister was there. It was like I met this cotton candy connections, and a lot of people that I met there I still keep in touch with today. Like, I met a lot of vendors. It was a lot of business to business connections that was made. So yeah, it was a really dope event, and it was one day, and it was just so many different vendors, and that one was in Manhattan. So they came back for the first time this year, and this event was great as well. Again, I made a lot of business to business connections, um, like Bounty House Company,
Mm.
um, the Soft Play Company, this black owned business, like it's called Berry Things, and she makes like stuffed animals with different outfits. It was so cool
That's
just to
fire.
see other vendors and meet other businesses that's we all producing events for kids or around kids. So it's always good to have that network of people outside of the balloon community, because
Yeah.
I'm big on that. So a lot of people in the balloon community stick with the balloon community, but I'm like, listen, there's so many more businesses out here. Like, so I like to like reach out to different companies that are, kid based, but different type of company. So it
I
was
like
really
that you
amazing.
talk about that because like I've as a DJ I've collaborated with other DJs, and then I have like
Hmm.
other businesses like say like photography or like I don't know, an event planner that I thought like that would be the one, like that's my golden ticket. I get a photographer that's gonna refer me a lot of jobs. It's a photo booth company that's done more for me than any other company all the years I've been doing this. Like every other week they're like, we got another referral for you. You got another referral. I'm like, and you never know who's gonna be like that one that's really gonna connect with you. It could be the bounce cast person, like, yo, I got you decorating, for this dessert, table or whatever. Like they want a backdrop, and you're getting calls every other week because how they're marketing your product, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, I've definitely been, interested in just seeing, because we really don't know when it's gonna be or what it's gonna be that that's gonna bring your business to the next level. And it's
Facts.
just good to always keep that open mind and
Yeah.
open spirit, because you never know. And sometimes it's not particularly the business, but it's how you interact with the people,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and it's just making an impression on
Mhm.
people, and you never know how word of mouth it could just bring your
Big
business to the next
facts.
level.
That's a big, big fact. Like here at
Hmm.
Unscripted Entertainment, I feel like I'm about to do a commercial. Here at Unscripted Entertainment. No, but
That's
here at
crazy,
Unscripted
Joe.
Entertainment, we pride ourselves on networking and just really being human. You know what I mean? Like just being able to listen and be like, okay, we'll work with you on whatever embroidery, or okay, this is how you want your design. All right, let's see. Okay, we messed up on it. All right, let's go back and fix it. Let's go. You know what I mean? Because it's not necessarily about, hey, give me your money. It's
Right,
Nah,
it's
right.
it's all about
That's how
customer
I feel
service. You
about
know
the
what I'm
balloon
saying? Customer
classes.
service always.
yeah, just having that connection.
Yeah.
Just like I said, just being human. Just like not being a douchebag. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's Long Island. That's the Long Island talk. Don't be a douchebag.
Yo.
Right. No, seriously. And that all of that matters. And I realize that people not only are paying attention to how you are, they're paying attention to how you interact with your team,
Mm-hmm.
like how just how you are overall. And that will definitely set the tone for how people send your business or how people speak on your business. And I'm really big on my reputation, because thus far I've never had an event that we didn't show up to.
Mm.
Like, I've never like snuck, took some extra money and didn't provide a service. Like, I'm huge on that, because you got to treat people how you want to be treated.
That's a fact.
And I definitely want my reputation to be amazing. Like,
Sorry, I mean I'm throwing up my. They know how much I love California, man. I went there twice. You know, what I mean, I was there for a week, and
yeah.
then I went out there again, and I was at the Super Bowl. Not this one, but last
Hmm.
year's one, which was actually this year, which is weird because it's in February. No, it's actually February
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Last
But
season.
yeah, thank you. You know what I mean? But LA was such a vibe, and so whatever you see me throw my W's up, even though I'm from New York, it's just showing that mutual love. You know what I
Terrible.
mean?
He wasn't born in the
Terrible.
state.
No, I mean,
Not
Repping the
even
other
from-
coast,
Look.
not born in New York.
Yeah.
He's
Look.
all kind of messed up. Just to
listen,
let you know.
listen,
Shut.
listen. I'll be very honest
Man
with
repping
you.
the West Coast and born and
Listen.
raised in Far Rockaway. Make
Listen.
it make sense, bro.
I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
make sense. The sense is I'm African and Haitian. I'm black. I don't like this cold shit.
Now it
Right?
makes
It's too
sense.
goddamn cold. So when I went to California, I said, it is warm.
Yo, nah, son. Mama
Yo.
stupid,
Yeah,
yo.
they actually asked us. I'm thinking about it. They actually asked us if we would be interested to go into the Kids Con in LA. She said, I think they had like 15 vendors, probably 20 tops here, and they said they already have 120 vendors booked
Yeah.
at the LA
Yeah.
Kids Con.
Listen,
So
listen.
it's way bigger.
Miss Shanae, I don't personally know you, but I personally
Right.
can say you go to LA. I don't know if you ever been, but when you
Right.
go, right now it's been raining, unfortunately. But
Uh-huh.
when you go in that nice weather, hey, New York when it's hot, it's humid, it's ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's
You
not
go to LA
same.
and it's like it's warm. Man, listen. Man,
Man, need help.
man, I'm about to start sea walking out here. Man, listen, man. You know,
Yeah, I mean, me and my team is definitely. I want to speak with them because we was thinking about getting a booth, but I'm gonna ask like if we could just come out, see how it is, like still interact, still be a part of the event, but just come and attend versus like being a vendor, especially because our services will still mainly be in Brooklyn or mainly be in New York. But I would love to be bi-coastal. What? I
yeah.
would love it. So I'm we definitely haven't turned down the idea. We are definitely considering that idea for sure.
You know what though? Yo, yo,
Man,
nah, but
this man. Make
Nah,
it
but-
make sense. Damn
You
it.
alone? I'm about to book my ticket tonight.
nah, but in
That's
reality,
energy is given.
listen, in reality, so here's what happened. Shout out to Maria. Um, she's like pivotal to the company. We did something for Juneteenth last year, and we were just coming with the mindset, like you said. We just had a little table. We weren't selling anything. We just wanted to experience it, and everybody, like stuff that I just put for display, were like, "Can we buy that? Can we buy that? Can we buy that? Can we buy that?" So
See?
if you go, I think you should, you know what I mean? Because people, when they go to these things, they're ready to buy, especially if it's like
Right.
120 something. And, you know what I mean? LA vibes is different, compared to New York. And, I think we're at a stage now where, you know, like I feel like African Americans are more supportive of one another in a sense. You know what I mean? Like they want to see you.
We getting there.
You know what I mean?
getting there.
Yeah, but like compared
Yeah.
to how it was, you know what I mean?
Well,
I mean, you know how it is.
Competition has
It's
changed.
still
Yeah.
it's still like that, but we getting there. Like I'm saying, I feel like no matter what, it's definitely gonna take some time because us as African Americans, man, a lot of the times we just don't have that mindset, and not everybody could be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Not
Mhm.
everybody could start a business or want to have a business or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, if we could play our key roles and just understand it's okay to play that role,
Yeah.
I think it's alright. But at the end of the day, like I just know that we on the road to where everybody could big up everybody and not have to have no animosity to each other or get jealous because this person's
Yeah.
doing better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
it's funny. Wallow, he said something referencing basketball. He was like, "Yo, there's nights that he's gonna drop whatever, and I'm just gonna be the guy giving him his water.
uh-huh.
Or there's nights I'm gonna do this, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's understanding the bigger picture, bro. Like, everybody want
No,
to
To
hear
get
the
where
truth.
we need to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly, man.
Like, listen, I done told, you guys have heard me say this, in on our personal meetings that, hey, I'm willing to only have 1% of my company, even though I started it, if I can have a million or $100 million. You think I'll be like, no, give me 100% of nothing. That sounds delightful. You know what I mean? Like, that don't make no sense to me at all. So, Miss Shanae, we are getting to the closing point.
Yes.
So
With Chad.
yeah. So what I want you to do, please, is give people your website, your social media handles, how they can reach you, if you want to give them email, etc. This is your time to shine.
So yes, we are on Instagram. My website is allballoonsbysb.com for the website. My website is beautifully done, so go check it out.
Hey.
I really do believe that is the key to advancing your business, having a very clear, legible, and just really nice website. Like, I really do believe that is the key. Like, people think that Instagram is where it's at. It definitely is, but if they could have a link to click on that shows the professionalism behind the business, it's gonna really bring you places.
That's a fact.
So yes, www.balloonsbysb.com, Balloons by SB on Instagrams, on Facebook, and my personal email is Shanae, SHANAY, @balloonsbysb.com.
Very,
So yes.
very, very, very good. Very, very good. Hey.
Yeah, we're about that branding life.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so my man DJ MVP, it's always a pleasure. Please tell him your social media handles.
My
your
social
website.
security is number 1. Yup. I got my card before Jesus Christ did. Yes, that's my social security number. My social media information. You can find me on Instagram. That's my favorite platform at DJ MVP followed by the number 1.
Mr. GQ Win.
Yo, man, y'all
The
already
God.
know. 3 underscores, GQ Win, 3 underscores, man, on IG.
Yeah. Why you gotta put on a sexy voice though?
That's not even my
Yo,
sexy
yo,
voice.
you
Yo.
put it sexy.
This is
Every
me
time he
talking
does
regular.
that, he gets like 17
He
more
said-
female followers.
He
Yo,
said-
you
Like
dragging
I'm
it.
tracking.
Yo,
I
he's
track
dragging
his
it.
media.
He said, yo, you know what I'm saying? 3 underscores. You know what I mean? 3 underscores. GQ Win.
Like our viewership goes down just for a minute because they gotta like click off the Instagram to add his account and then they come back on.
Dragging it. The drag is real.
He said, you know, GQ Win.
I don't even sound like that. Yo.
Yo.
Why you
man.
calling him out like that?
What? Oh man, so you guys know me already. It's Sam Legacy MOWETA. That's on all social media platforms. We are unscripted p.cast on Instagram and Facebook. On Twitch, it is unscripted ENT. On Twitter, which you guys can actually stream live with us. Some of you guys are watching on Twitter, which is technology is getting better. It is
Yes.
getting better. Ha.
Yes, elevated.
Yes, my brother. So, Miss Shanae, it's definitely a pleasure. We always have to do our closing. So, with that being said, please remember you are loved, you are appreciated, you are valued. I need to reiterate that you are valued. You can do whatever you set your mind to. As long as you believe it, you can achieve it. This is the Unscripted Podcast.
All talk.
Y'all already
We
know
are
the vibes,
out
man. We
of
out.
here.
Here